My, easy there, little Yuffie. Should I take it from here? Well then, if you insist.
Look at you! Looks like you're recovering well. I see you're getting even better at treating people now, Ruko.
How do you feel? Let me know if anything bothers you.
No need to be so polite. We castaways look after one another. Never turn your back on a comrade who needs help. This is one of the principles that Gopher Troop lives by.
Don't force it. I'm afraid your memories are all but don't worry. I'm Ruko, and this is Euphoria and Cloar. Let us know if you have any questions. I'm sure you'll remember everything in no time.
Unfortunately, you were badly injured in the disaster caused by Crystallis Conflux, and you were found on the side of the road. But count yourself lucky, because we found you before it was too late. And surprise! Turns out you're a castaway too.
Well, how should I put this? There is a small handful of people who can't resonate with the Dubriostal, which is an energy crystal that most regard as a god. And so we were called the Castaway by Crystallis Conflux, who worships the Dubriostal. They denounced us as a class of lowly creatures with an incomplete soul, and discriminated against, prosecuted, and even massacred us.
If you ask me, though, Crystallis Conflux is nothing more than a bunch of bad apples. And I couldn't care less what they think.
Gopher Troop is a secret society that saves castaways and fights Crystallis Conflux by providing us with weapons. We travel around as a troop to cover our identities, and we've gained traction with our performances.
Let's save the rest of that for some other time. Come on, take that out already!
Yuffie can never wait for a second. But truth be told, I'd very much like to see what you've got, too.
This is a brand new astrolabe. It can induce a castaway's true power. Mind-boggling, right?
Put your hand on it and see what your hidden power is. What? What is this?
Don't worry. We are here with you.
Yes, we will never turn our backs on a friend. How is that possible? I've never seen a space like this. It doesn't look like the Fantasyland either. Could this be?
Yep.
I've only heard of it too, but I guess this must be it. When a castaway resonates with an astrolabe, they can enter their spiritual domain through the astrolabe and unlock unparalleled power.
Yep.
I always thought it was some made-up story that they tell kids.
end! By the way, is it just me? Or can anyone else hear that too? Finally noticed me, huh? Hello, Master. I've been waiting for you. Allow me to help you awaken your power by guiding you through a series of training. Yep, I know I'm adorable. But time is of the essence. Hey, don't jinx it. Careful when you say those words. Call me Diathea. Master, without further ado, let the trials commence. 3 meters? Reminds me of Fantasyland. Don't worry, we've got your back. This is your final trial, Master. Unseal the astrolabe and reclaim your power. But of course, you have to ask for its permission first. Watch out! Here it comes! We are at your command.
Time to show you what this lady can do! What? Yeah!
Yuffie! That move was amazing!
Your ability is amazing, Director!
It's true. Master, you have earned your right to this power. Now, hold out your hand and break the seal! Master!
Thank you so much for restoring me to my proper form. Thank you for your silliness. That was easy. Seems like I did the right thing teleporting you here.
Watch out!
As for you girls, you are of no use to me anymore. Now, get out of my spiritual domain! It's just you and me now. Are you ready to serve me for the rest of eternity? The world out there is a mess. You should just surrender your body to me and stay in here. That was merely an accident. There is no way a human could ever hold me down. Yes, my child, come. Time to say goodbye to the outside world. So it was you! Damn it, Aruthio! Coming this far, trying to keep this castaway safe. Huh? But is it really worth it?
Well then, you who bear the goddess's hope, show me what you've got. Don't get me wrong, I can't get out of here anyway, so let's call a truce. But this space isn't entirely safe now with such a weakling here. Well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to lend you some more power. I'm Diathea, bestow upon you the key ability. After all, this story would be much too boring with a protagonist so weak.
Did you mean that a golden butterfly called Eruthiel saved your life? It can't be. Does she actually exist? Eruthiel is the guarding goddess of the planet Eruthiel. Legend has it that she takes on the form of a butterfly to guide her people. Except people don't revere the goddess anymore. Instead, Crystallis Conflux has become their sole belief.
To hell with Crystallis Conflux. They're just a bunch of zealots.
But anyway, if the legendary goddess herself came to save you, who are you exactly?
Just a newbie who came this far with a lot of untold secret support.
Yuffie! That's no way to speak about our new acting director.
So the chubby blue devil that calls herself Diathea is in your body now? Diathea's what blessing? And that's how this newbie went straight to become the acting director. What's Director Bernal thinking?
Anyhow, this is the old director's decision. And I know for a fact that it's a wise one, because I'm a fortune teller who can see the future. It seems like your memory loss might just turn out to be a godsend. Now, since you're back to square one, why don't you come up with a name you like and sign it here? This is the time after the arrival of gods. The Dubriostals brought new faith and technology to humanity, but also gave the Crystallis conflux the excuse they need to persecute those that stand in their way. Technology and magic, ignorance and liberty, ignorance and freedom, the old and the new. This place, the planet's most prosperous of cities, has it all. This is Oshfer. Director, thank you for choosing to brave this thorny path and becoming part of our team. But I still think Director Bernald...
Guys! We have a situation here with Ruko. Ruko went into this mini fantasy land alone and went missing. Just in the nick of time.
Seems like the teleportation went well. Thanks to Director's key ability, we arrived in time. But it seems like the actual fight is still up to us. It looks like we're safe for now.
How did I...
Ruko!
Yuffie, Chlor, Director, you're all here. What are you doing here?
Oh, you idiot! What exactly were you thinking? Oh, do you know how worried I was?
Guys, I'm terribly sorry for putting you through this.
Ruko, why did you come to Fantasyland on your own? You know very well that your soul will get corroded very quickly without the Director's protection, don't you?
I was assigned to help with the investigation for the mission Arrival of Fantasyland in Rolana. But a mini Fantasyland popped up. And this mini Fantasyland carried a familiar trace. It reminded me so much of my missing older sister. So I thought I'd just come to see what I could find. But then...
Don't worry, Ruko. No matter who she is, she can go home safely as long as we liberate Fantasyland.
That's right. As long as we have the Director with us, we just need to keep moving forward.
Now, shall we?
Sis? Is that you?
You shouldn't have come here. And as for you, you disgust me.
Hey, is that really your sister? Something's wrong with her. Seems like this isn't going to be the heartwarming reunion we thought we'd see. Director, we await your command.
Weaklings.
Sis! Why? We don't want to fight you!
We? Ha! Found new friends to play charades with now, have you? You think you're oh so strong now. You haven't changed one bit over the past 5 years.
No! Sis! I won't make the same mistakes again!
Silence! You are a child that has been pampered since day one. You know nothing.
Bastard! How dare you!
You have my power, but you're too weak to control it, huh? I'm not about to die here with you. So, let me do you another favor.
You're finally awake. Are you feeling all right? Thank you for saving us at Fantasyland. After what we've been through together, you've earned my trust and respect. But we have no time to relax. Ruko has been unconscious ever since we came back from Fantasyland. It's my fault. If only I were stronger. Just a bit stronger.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Yuffie. You guys already went far and beyond against an enemy as strong as that. Greetings, Acting Director of Gopher Troop. I am Miria of the Irwager Alliance, assigned to assist the troop in personnel management and recruit training. A pleasure to meet you. I believe you've heard about Ruko Kaneki? Fantasyland's corrosion is already affecting her physical form, and she may mutate at any moment.
Ruko...
The medical team just sent over a new report, though. Apparently, this thing beside Ruko had a mana reaction and exploded when the medical team was looking after her.
That's Ruko's sketchbook! She told me the sketchbook holds her most important memories, and that's why she carries it wherever she goes.
I think so. The direction of the mana flow from the sketchbook is unmistakable. It points towards the northeast.
Northeast of here? Well, that's the manor Ruko grew up in!
The connection between Ruko and the manor. Seems like you already have a solid lead there. Let's head for the manor. You have the Alliance's support.
Thank you, Miria. We'll bring Ruko back. We don't have much time, Director. Let's head out!
Asa's treatment is as soothing as ever. Now we don't need to worry about someone getting all torn up before finding Ruko.
Hey! I am not...
The pleasure is all mine. So, you must be the acting director. I consider myself lucky to see you in action just now. Given the short notice of your assignment to your current position, the plan you devised was undoubtedly mind-blowing. I feel extremely humbled.
By the way, don't you all find it strange? Her manner is so tattered, when she was the daughter of a wealthy noble family. Could it be... Did Ruko end up ravaging it during her training?
Well, I think there might be a different reason. If I recall correctly, this area has been through the arrival of Fantasyland.
It has. See the air, Yuffie? There's so much mana in it, it feels like we're breathing honey. This is what happens when a place has been hit by the arrival of Fantasyland. And it seems like something is attracting the Dream Eaters. They're all moving in like bees gone crazy for honey.
Ugh. Swear, there is nothing sweet about this place. Well, why don't we go there and see what we can find with the lead we have?
Yuffie, I do think it's entirely possible that Ruko's training has caused this.
Is this that something you were talking about? It's a bit small. Who'd have expected to find a crystal obelisk from the Crystallis here?
To the nobility that believes in Crystallis. I suppose building and worshipping a crystal obelisk at home is a good way to show devotion.
Is that why Ruko's parents...
Who knows? Family probably meant nothing to them when they were so deep into a faith so twisted. And that is what happens to those who worship the Crystallis. Their souls are held by Fantasyland, yet their bodies stay the way they do. I don't even know if I should pity them or feel sad for them.
I don't care how they feel! Ah!
Yuffie, watch out! Be careful. I'm sensing a different kind of trace from this one.
Trying to take me by surprise? Get ready to regret the day you were born! Good! I acknowledge you as a worthy opponent.
Winds of fate, hear me.
Embrace this warmth.
Eat this!
Lay down your troubles.
Thanks a lot back there, Rume. What are you doing here?
Miss Miria said that you need my help. So here I am.
Miria worries too much. But you really were a great help back there. It's all up to you now, Director.
Theoretically, this mini crystal obelisk will become the beacon that connects you to Fantasyland. Please, take us to Ruko, Director.
No way this is going to stop me. Ruko? Ruko? What is this? No. No matter what's happened, I will get you out of here. Let's keep moving, Director. Can't keep a lady waiting. I don't know why. I felt so sad when I touched the sketchbook.
This might be Ruko's memory, which means we'll find out why Ruko is trapped here when we have the entire sketchbook and the key to getting her out.
Seems like we're at the end of the tunnel.
Of course. Now then, on to find Ruko's wish.
Hatred, guilt, and confusion. This place came into being because of you, and it's naturally rejecting me. Just stay here forever. For cowards like us, Fantasyland isn't so bad.
Sis, please don't go.
I'll be back again. Maybe. Huh! Never thought you'd become a source of nightmare for Ruko, too. Well, that's about the only thing she and I have in common, though. Well, go and try to stop those castaways who are trying to get Ruko back then. That'd be the only chance for scum like you to prove yourself worthy and redeem yourself.
Ruko. Ruko. You're mine. Both you and Olivia, and the nobility title of the Kanekis are all mine to have, sooner or later. I'll go and protect you, but... mind if I ask for some special treatment before I greet our guests?
I thought you were a knight of integrity, but looks can be deceiving, huh? Now feel my rage, damn pervert.
You carry the trace of a castaway. Guess you're here for Ruko too? Over my dead body!
Ready to get rough, huh? Get ready to regret the day you were born, pervert!
No! Never knew Gopher Troop had a castaway this tough.
What? You're mistaking me for someone else. I'm not from that gopher, or whatever you were talking about. But I see you're on a mission to stop them, huh? Scram, make yourself useful already.
Gopher Troop. Yes, they're here. I need to stop them.
So, you're friends with that gopher or whatever, huh? The legendary savior of castaways, huh? Let's see how trustworthy you are.
Over there! There's something tall! Lume, let's scan ahead! Huh? What?
This is the other end of the plaza. Looks like we got sent here.
This statue. Ruko, is it you? Tell us where you are.
Now, don't be naughty.
Ruko! Bastard! How dare you!
She's mine! And all of you are here to stay with me!
Who's your mama now, huh? So, you rule this fantasy land, I take it?
Rule? You didn't really come here thinking she'd go back home with you if you defeated me, did you?
Just how long does it take to beat up a pervert? I can't wait any longer. Not quite there yet. By the way, I'm afraid things aren't looking good with her consciousness. But the part that's still there is guiding you, and this is the key. Hurry up, we're out of time.
What's up with her? Come on, let's hurry up! Ruko, come on, lead us to where you are. Let's go and bring Ruko home! Thank you for showing us the way. I bet Ruko is here.
I want to do it too!
Ruko! Ruko, is that you? Don't be afraid. We're here to bring you home.
Is this Ruko?
It's gotta be. Now watch me tear this thing down. Huh. Guess I gotta get physical. Bear with me, Ruko. Ume, have the lollipop ready.
Okay!
Ruko, I don't know if you can hear me. I'm bringing you home no matter what.
Don't come any closer! Please, stay away from me. I saw all of Olivia's memories. Abandoned, locked, nothing but endless abuse and malice, ringing like bells in her ear. Envy pierces her heart like a sharp thorn. It hurts so much I can't breathe. Then I heard her voice. Stay with me forever. Atone for your sin. I lost myself and hurt you all. And just how?
It's okay, Ruko. There will be no more pain. From now on, we'll always be with you.
Yes. I can't tell you how happy I am seeing you so strong and beautiful, Ruko. And you're in very good hands. Don't underestimate us. Just a bit of a fight with our runaway little sister. Nothing to it. But you got us all very worried, Ruko.
I'm sorry for putting you all in harm's way. I would be most grateful if I could hang out with you all again.
I don't like how you are now, Ruko. You're so tall and beautiful now. That is unless you tell me how you became so strong and pretty. Then we can be bestest.
Let's welcome Ruko home together. I used to do the same. I'll go first.
You aren't stealing the thunder here, Yuffie.
That settles it then. Director, can you please bring us back home? Back to the real world?
Chloe, are you sure this is where we're supposed to rendezvous? It's been so long since we got here. Where in the world is she?
Take it easy. We got here a bit early.
You know how she is. Be a little more patient. And I mean, Rolana is kind of a source of sad memories for her.
But that's true for Asa too, no? He seems pretty cool about it though. Well, most of the time at least.
Hey, you know there are monsters in Fantasyland that rip the tongues off people who talk behind others' backs, yeah?
Isa, there you are. Ready to make some noise with us? So, there are dream eaters in Fantasyland that rip people's tongues out? That's useful information.
Come on, Ruko. She's obviously being silly. And I see she got you too, Director.
Oh, hey, cutie. You must be the new acting director. You don't quite look the part, though. But anyhow, let's get ready to get down to business. So, Director, ready to show us what you've got up your sleeve?
Thank goodness! You're such godsends! Now there's hope for the children!
We've got a little more garbage to clean up than usual, but it's no biggie, really. Pretty good for a new director. You've earned my approval. For now, at least.
The client's here. Please, do tell us more about the mission.
Greenie invited some kids to join her daughter Alice for a birthday party, and my son was one of those invited. I was just waiting for them to come home when the Crystallis came and told us to get ready for the arrival of Fantasyland. None of us obeyed, though. We weren't about to leave our children behind and go to Fantasyland ourselves. But then, it all got out of hand from there.
You have the children to thank for that one. Otherwise, you might have been one of those meat sacks back there. Or worse, one of the monsters we just took down.
Isa, please.
Please, just ignore her and go on.
Anyhow, we just want to get our kids back now and get out of this cursed place. And don't forget about Greenie and Alice. Greenie has been very nice to us and the kids. Something terrible must have happened, or she definitely would have sent the kids home safely already.
Don't worry. If the children are trapped at the mayor's, our friends will take good care of them when they get there. They've been put under some sort of sleep spell. They'll wake up right when we're done dealing with Rolana's Fantasyland. But we'll also have to consider the probability that the arrival has turned them into...
We'll do what we can to get them out of this nightmare. Let's head down to the Crystal Obelisk already. The sooner we liberate Fantasyland, the sooner the kids can come home safely. Athos team of Gopher Troop hereby accepts this mission. The beloved reality you once knew will soon be yours again. Director, this fantasy land is far more dangerous than the one they put together at Ruko's. Are you ready?
A stage like this is the only thing that will do Athos team's debut justice.
I love that confidence, but I'm afraid we won't be getting any more intel until we're in Fantasyland. We have only ourselves to count on to figure out this Fantasyland's structural core and ruler. Issa, is there anything else you'd like to add about Rolana?
Well, I've been away from this slum for far too long to know what's going on now. I see. Well, the mayor and his wife were good Samaritans back in the day, which is why people were able to enjoy life in peace despite the fact that Rolana is so isolated. None of that has anything to do with castaways like us, though. I mean, the orphanage we came from. Who knows what happened here?
Come on, Issa.
Okay, that's it. Let's get going and show them who the boss is.
Agreed. Now, let's get the show on the road.
Cloar, this Fantasyland looks strange. Are there really places like this in the real world?
So, you don't know what this is, huh? Well, I'd call this an amusement park for grown-ups.
Cloar, that's not something you should be teaching her. This place is a living hell, so make sure you stay away from it.
Should I stay away from it even in the real world?
Yes, especially in the real world.
Why are you treating her like a fragile little rose? The rose only grows strong when you expose it to a proper amount of rain and wind.
A fragile rose? I see you don't know Ruko at all, but I do. I know her like family. Huh? I know for a fact that she's far stronger than you could ever imagine. If anything, this little rose has been blooming in the wind.
Yuffie, I'm not half as amazing as you make it out to be. Issa has a point, though. Stop treating me like a child who knows nothing about the world. We need to study our surroundings carefully now, to know what we're dealing with. That's the least we can do to make ourselves useful to Director, no?
Well said, Ruko. But Euphoria does have a point, too. Places like this only bring out the worst in humans. According to the intel we have, the mayor began having frequent contact with the Crystallis a year ago. And then he took in a group of refugees with unique professional skills from Tyrania. That's when he began ruining people's lives. It took him less than a year to grow filthy rich, and word has it that the Crystallis pocketed it all.
What happened to the mayor, though? How did he end up doing something so wrong?
We don't know. But hopefully this Fantasyland has the answers to those questions.
Maybe there's no reason at all. Greed is a basic part of human nature, and the mayor just went with the flow. Everyone was just in it to take what they have always wanted.
Agreed. Well, anyhow, let's keep moving and see what other clues we can find along the way.
Welcome to this amusement park for grown-ups. The only true heaven on earth. Well, well. How do you all enjoy our service so far?
She said the exact same thing Cloar did.
She did. Cloar, are you hearing this? Your theory is popular among the monsters.
That means she's been watching us this whole time, you dummy.
My apologies, but we make it a point to learn the needs of each of our guests and to satisfy those needs. You are welcome to enjoy yourselves here, but if you're here to make a scene, then I would have no choice but to get rid of you. Now, you probably won't enjoy yourselves as much if all we do is fight. How would you like to make a little bet with me?
Bet you say. bring it on!
I was just about to stop you from it, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to find out what she wants to bet on.
It's nothing difficult at all. Let's bet on humanity. Say, would these people hate you or thank you if they are ever returned to the real world?
What they think is none of my business, though.
My, you're quite a character, huh? But say whatever floats your boat, because you'll never find out what they think anyway. I never thought that anyone could beat someone as greedy as myself. Now, that really is something indeed. But greed dies hard. Well then, I wish you all a wonderful time here.
A chip? Is this an invitation for me to go for a few rounds? I was just kidding. Why are you all looking so serious? Based on what Dealer said, this fantasy land is most likely built around greed. We just need to find out who's in charge now.
That's easy! We just have to find out where the mayor is and beat the hell out of him. Then problem solved.
The mayor? Why, though?
Why not, though? He's the one who's caused all this because of his greed. Besides, I saw my fair share of nobles like this when I used to work as a mercenary. They're greedy, devious, and die-hard power lovers. The mayor here is probably no better than those scumbags. Are you staying here and thinking about it? When we see him, let's give him a good thrashing. Let's keep moving.
So this is the Court of Crystallis.
Isa, are you alright? You look terrible.
Huh? Terrible? What are you talking about? I don't feel scared of the court anymore.
But that's obviously a lie, Clore.
Shh. Let's be quiet about it. Shh. Let's be quiet about it. Or else.
Huh? But I told you I'm not scared. Director, you are treating me like a child. But I am not who I used to be anymore. Now, if you ever treat me like a child again...
I hate the idea of interrupting you all, but a bunch of Dream Eaters are coming this way as we speak.
Which is great. I'm feeling bothered by some unpleasant memories, and I could really use some nice sandbags now. Come on, I'm not even warmed up yet.
Excuse me? You weren't even the one taking charge.
Hey, are you taking her side?
Come on. This really is no time for you to compete for Director's love.
Heard that, Yuffie? We came here to... Wait, did you just say Director's love?
Yes, I did. Because we've got something much more important to deal with right now. So, Isa, care to bring us up to speed on what's going on here?
Fine. I suppose it wouldn't hurt for me to tell you a little bit about my past. Asa and I were born and raised in an orphanage called Starguard Forest in the outskirts of Rolana. People there are as naive as you are.
Hey, I wouldn't describe ourselves as being naive.
Well, that's exactly how I would describe you all, though. But anyhow, that's Starguard Forest for you. There was Asa, the old maidservant, and a bunch of abandoned children. Life was great until the Crystallis brought us to the court and told us that they were going to put us through some trial of the crystal. The mayor determined Asa and me to be castaways and was going to put us behind bars, but his wife pitied us and asked him to spare us. So we ended up being exiled from the city. Doesn't seem so terrible of a punishment, huh? But that's when things started going south.
What happened after that? We never heard about it from you and Asa.
Don't push it, though, if those memories bother you so much. The mayor seems suspicious with a capital S based on what we know already. What else do you remember about him, Isa?
Nothing else, really. All I remember is that when we were kicked out of the city, Rini secretly gave us clothes and food, and we all felt very grateful for that. But then...
Greedy mayor, kind-hearted mayoress, and despicable Crystallis. I think we're getting close to the core of this fantasy land.
Fancy seeing you all here.
What in the world? Wait, I clearly remember beating these scumbags before, Director.
I remember that too. We beat her to a pulp at the amusement park for grown-ups.
This is weird. A Dream Eater's soul usually goes back to the real world when they lose a fight. I've never seen any that respawn. Wait, does that mean that Fantasyland itself is...
No way I'm going down before I see the mayor's wishes come true. Money, power, and human lives are nothing but bargaining chips he uses to satisfy his greed.
I knew it. This Fantasyland is built upon lives, which is why these Dream Eaters can just keep respawning.
You bunch of...
She's absolutely right. You'll never guess just whose lives the mayor has sacrificed to build this fantasy land. Let's see. Ah, right. The castaways from some orphanage.
I knew it. I knew you were the ones behind it. Why am I feel like I had a warm, nostalgic dream.
You ran out of mana and passed out, Issa. Director has been carrying you all this time.
Director? But the dream I just had... Never mind. I had Director confused with someone else.
Issa? Can I give you a hug too?
Count me in. I've never seen Issa so cute.
Count me in too.
I don't need any of... Wait, stay where you are! Never mind. I'll be the grown-up that I am and let you all go. I really don't miss this feeling.
Well, Issa...
Wait! I know what you were about to say. You are not to blame for the tragedy that happened at Stargard Forest. That scene might have scared you soulless even if you had made it there in time anyway. And I mean, I am the one who... What did you just say?
Oh my. That sounds exactly like what you'd say, Director.
Director is right. We are your family, Issa.
Yes, we are. We already have Ruko as a well-behaved young sister, and we wouldn't mind having a sister as sassy as...
Yeah, I know I am sassy. And I also know for a fact that I fight much better than you do. Excuse me? I suppose I'll take you up on that, Director. But remember to get on a knee next time if you ever want to do something like this again.
Slow down, Yuffie. Let's take our time studying our surroundings so we know what we're dealing with. Issa, come here and check the ornament on the ring. Is it the mayor's family crest?
Yes. I saw this crest on their banners when the mayor and his wife paid us a visit at the orphanage. I knew it! A pretentious phony, huh? I'm disgusted.
The chip that the dealer left behind was self-explanatory. But what are we supposed to make of this ring?
I think the ring symbolizes the mayor's greed.
This is on a huge scale. The family crest, the court, a scale. Is it all supposed to show an insatiable desire for power?
Wow, Director, did you hear that? Yuffie just nailed that.
Hey, don't make fun of Yuffie. She's doing a good job, and you should compliment her for that.
I meant that as a compliment, though. Yes, we definitely should act with a well-thought-out plan if this fantasy land was born out of the mayor's greed. Or else...
Or else?
Give it back to me!
Out of the way!
Don't even try to take away what's mine!
Can I still give it back to you now? Hey, I was just kidding.
Issa! What in the world have you done?
Be ready to suffer, you bunch of rabble!
All bark and no bite. Come on, hurry up and show me what you really got. Hey, you've lost everything you had. Be good and set everyone free from this fantasy land already.
I've lost everything! But you don't even know me! My one and only wish!
Fantasyland is quiet except for this thing that just popped out. Can't wait to see what else we're going to run into.
Did we get it all wrong? Wasn't this place built on the mayor's greed? That can't be right. The money, the power, everything adds up.
What's this
What
thing
else
that's
are we
moving
missing?
around in there? It's weird that the mayor only carries it around without wearing it.
Lore, the thing inside looks like a teardrop?
Issa, toss the ring in there.
So that's what the mayor holds most dearly.
Seems like the one behind all this is waiting for us. Let's go and put an end to it.
Is this a garden? And this is the core of this fantasy land?
I'm crawling with goosebumps. Let's leave this place.
Relax, little kitten.
Ruko, watch out!
I hate people who show up in my garden uninvited.
Ma'am? But what are you?
Seems like you plan on staying here.
The kids you invited to the party. Could you let them go home?
I am offering these kids to my one and only Alice.
That's not gonna happen!
Driven mad by Fantasyland, huh? Seems like we'll have to beat some sense into you.
You can't separate us.
No! Alice!
Ma'am, you're trying a little too hard to look away from reality. Your past, your pain, and what you've done. You refuse to look these in the eye. It's ridiculous because we always thought of you as a mother.
What happened? Is her consciousness affecting the space?
Oh no! My sketchbook! Damn it!
Isa!
I am Alice. My father is Antoine, and my mother is Greenie. I love my parents. I fell very ill one day, and both Mom and Dad were very heartbroken. Dad spent every last coin to save me, before he resorted to some strange people and became scary. While Mom held me in her endless hug and prayed. Mom was consumed by her grief. I just don't want Mom to suffer again because of me.
Issa, it sure has been a while. I see you've grown up. I came to this fantasy land and hid myself away for myself, so I could be together forever with Alice. It's time we put an end to all this.
She's trying to kick us out of here and take this place down with her.
Is she going to self-destruct? Not happen!
I confess to what I have done. There is still time to get the kids out. And I'm sure that this is something Alice would have wanted too.
Congratulations on finding the true core of this fantasy land. Proceed with caution, because that person's soul is in there.